Hey everyone, welcome back. I want to show you the latest journal that I'm working on, and I want to bring you along as we work on it. If you saw one of my videos, it wasn't a Junk Journal July video, but it was one of my regular videos. I made a fold out kind of thing, and I made it for this journal, and I talked a little bit about my journal. But I want to show you guys what it is and then kind of go along as I'm working on it and show you my thought process. So this journal is one of those flip-flop journals. It's made out of envelopes, and then I have all my signatures sewed in already. And it's going to be a space theme. And I just thought it was like super cool, like space, astronomy, celestial, that kind of theme. So this is going to be the main cover, and I will say the only thing I've done so far in this is I've covered the envelopes and I have sewn in the signatures, and then that piece that we made on video, I glued that in, and you'll see it's right here in the back. That's all I've done so far for this journal. So it's super basic, bare bones so far. So this is the front, and of course, I haven't decorated it or anything yet. I put some pockets in it, and then you'll see each signature I think has 9 pages, so 30 papers, so 36 pages, I think, roughly. But I made sure I did like a digital of like space or blues and like yellowy kind of thing. So each of the signatures has the same type of papers. They might just say something different or look a little bit different. And then I have a vintage dictionary in each of them. Now I tried to do like the theme, so like space and sky and star and moon and planets and whatever else. That's what I did for my my dictionary page. And then this is actually an unfolded envelope. So my husband brought these home. I have a whole bunch of them, and they're the actual envelopes, but they're not folded. So it's the shape of an envelope, unfolded, and I have a bunch of different colors and different shapes and everything. So I used that. And then just grid paper. This is actually like from the workshop of that type of paper, so that's pretty old as well. Just some plain paper, some ledger paper, some notebook paper, and I have for my plain paper, I have a piece of white, a piece of like this really light blue, and a piece of cream. So there's the cream. So that's for all of that. And then of course, this is what I just added. So this is what we made on camera. And like I said, when I was making it, I just decorated it up just a little bit. And then once we start decorating more into the book, then I can go through and add some more things, because I wasn't real sure kind of like what I wanted to do. So I have that. And then this is our next cover. This is the number 10 envelope. This is the 6 3/4 envelope. So this one has a pocket, and I've just lined the pocket. And this one I just kind of collaged on. And then I figure we'll make like some kind of like focal piece to go in the center. I got a whole bunch of National Geographic magazines, so I've been pulling pieces out, and I've only went through like Well, I went through more than that, but I got some space themed pieces out of like, I think maybe 3 of them. So I have like kind of like a solar flare looking thing. I have like the spaceship orbiting the Earth. I have like these little pieces, like this kind of stuff, stars and galaxies. Let's see, like the astronauts and the scientists that work on like that different stuff. And of course, you know, these are from, I don't know when this one was from, probably, I think this was back when they were first going to the moon, so it is vintage. So yeah, so I have a whole bunch of this stuff that I want to incorporate. And then I found 3 free printables online, and they're just kind of like space and celestial themed. So I have those. Oh, I guess there's 4 here. But yeah, so I have these to use. And then the digital paper, I found that online. It was a free printable also. So I have a bunch of scraps left over that were like offcuts from when I sewed in the signature and like the rest of the digital pages and the rest of the envelopes and all kinds of stuff. So there's a bunch of stuff to work with. So I figure we could just maybe like pick a page and start working. I find that when I work in a journal, I don't just go like page by page by page. I love to jump around because, you know, you might have an idea. Say you're working on this page and you have an idea, but it doesn't really go with this, or, you know, it kind of matches. So, you know, flip to a totally different part of the journal and put that idea there. So that's why I really just like to kind of jump around and not really go in order. But yeah, so let's just pick a page. So maybe we'll just pick the dictionary page here. And we have like that. Now, I don't want to do like pockets on every single one. I mean, some of them I do want to do a pocket, and I'm probably going to do this maybe as a little corner pocket. But some of these pages I kind of just want to like cluster up with things like, you know, different pictures and different types of things, and just make cluster pages because I think that looks really cool as well. But I think I'm going to take this one and I'm just going to make a little corner pocket. And another thing I said when I was making the little flip in the other video, I like to kind of work along, like if I'm creating a page, sometimes I'll decorate it all up, but sometimes I will decorate it a little bit and then leave it and come back to it and decorate some more once I'm like kind of in that final decorating. So it kind of just depends on, if I have an idea in my mind, then I can go ahead and do it. And if I really don't, then I can always come back to it. All right, so all I did is I cut it, I cut a square out and I cut it in half. So I made little corner pockets. And I like this, but I think I'm going to use this piece on the top somewhere else. So I'm just going to use this as the corner pocket, and I'm just going to go ahead and glue it down. And then sometimes when you're working with like the National Geographic or other magazines and stuff, you kind of have to decide which image you like the best, because sometimes there'll be an image on both sides that you really like. You just kind of have to decide. but a lot of times there's several images that's similar. So you can, especially if you're working on like a theme like this, so you can see, you know, is there a similar one to this or is there a similar one to this? And chances are there'll probably be more pieces. So we just did that for our little corner pocket. And then I think maybe what I want to do is kind of create like a little tab banner at the top to decorate. I feel like that would be kind of fun. So I have a punch. Hang on one second and let me grab it and we'll see if it works. Okay, so this is the punch, but we got it at a yard sale somewhere like a long time ago. But it kind of like, what do you call it? It kind of like embosses the piece a little bit. So I'm not sure if it's going to work so well on this, but we'll try it and see. See, it kind of, I don't think it's going to show up. It kind of just raises it and embellishes it or embosses it just a tad bit. You can make it into like a hidden paper clip or something. And I have to be honest, I always mess them up and I'm not the greatest at it. So I have to really kind of have a practice at it before I just go about trying to make them. Right, so just like that. And I only glued the bottom portion of it because I knew it wasn't all gonna stick on there. So I kind of just guesstimated where I was gonna have my glue piece. Just like that. Oops, a little off-centered. So there's that. And then I'm just gonna see if maybe some lace or some trim or something will work. So I have this. It's like a triple layer piece of lace, and I just take pieces and cut it off. So let's see if maybe this white piece here, like this, well, it's kind of like a cream color, but it's a little bit lighter than that top piece. So let's see if something like this will look okay underneath that. And then we might have to cut it down just a little bit because it is kind of big. I think that'll work. So let's cut it down. And sometimes when you try and tear this, it'll work okay. Sometimes it just beefs it up. So probably just a better idea to trim it. All right. So I'm going to put it all the way over to the side as far as it'll go. And I'm going to leave the scalloped edge out. And I'm just going to take it down to just barely longer in the paper. And then we'll go ahead and glue that down. For that, I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac that holds a little bit quicker. Now you could make this go taller to kind of give it like a little page tab appearance. I'm not going to because I didn't think about it till just now, so I didn't cut it big enough. But you totally could. You could even have this all the way on the side so that, again, your lace sticks out. But I'm just going to put it just on the paper regular. And then we'll go ahead and glue the whole entire piece down like this. And then again, we're going to put it all the way here to the edge and all the way to the top. Just like that. So I think that's really cute. And then we could put a piece on the side, just like a little tab. Let's see what we want to decorate this with. I have this, but it's kind of the same color and a little bit too big. So maybe we could do something like that. Oh, that's upside down anyways. And then we can have like a separate little pocket. Let's cut it out and see. Let's round at least the top corners because this is slightly too big. Let's do the two side corners instead. So kind of like that. I like it. I'm just going to trim a tad bit off the side because it is a little long. And I have my paper cutter set right off to the side right there. That way I don't have to keep hauling it on and off screen and bumping the camera. So let's do that. And then do we want to have like this little tiny piece of lace underneath it? It might be kind of cool. Yes, I like that. Okay. So I'll just put a tad bit of lace or a tad bit of glue here to hold our lace down. Just a tad bit more. I can't believe it's August 1st already. It's crazy. When school first got out, I kept saying, you know, oh my gosh, we've only been out of school like 2 weeks, or we've only been out of school 3 weeks, and then it was like a month, and we don't go back until the end of August because we go back later than most of the other districts around us, but it's definitely coming pretty quickly. But I'm excited to get ready to go back to work because even though I tell my husband all the time, even though there's stuff for me to do around the house, I just get bored. Like, I have to go back to work because it's just different. And if you work, you kind of, I mean, you definitely know what I'm talking about, whether it's in a good way or a bad way. But I like what I do. So to me, I want to go back. I'm ready to go back. Yeah. So then if we could do some sort of stamp here, maybe that way when we pull the paper away, whatever we choose to do there, and sorry, my stamp drawer squeaks really badly. So I have this, and I kind of almost think I want to do just this portion here. So let's see if we can do that. Let's try it in this black and see. I haven't used this black for a while. Okay. Now I need a piece to stamp off on. Yeah, I think that'll work. So let's do that. Just that portion of it, or as close to that portion as we can get. Let's do up and down like this. Okay, not bad. So then we have just a little tiny bit of interest when we take our tag or whatever we make off the page. And I don't think I'm going to make the tag just yet. I figure we can, let that dry for a second. We can come back and do like a bunch of ephemera, or like, you know, fill the pockets with our ephemera. So that should be good. Alright, so now let's just flip to a different section and we'll figure out where to use this, and then maybe we'll call it a video because I don't want to make these videos too long. That's not the right page for it. I don't want to do it on the dictionary again because we just did that. Oh, here's our envelope. This one, it's a clear one. That's kind of cool, but not right for this. So let's do a top tuck here. Now I'm kind of wondering if I want to put some lace coming out from underneath the pocket. Yeah, that would be kind of cute. All right, so I'm just gonna, let's lay this down. That way we don't get glue on our board. And I'm just going to put a bunch of glue on the back of this and I'll lay it down and then we'll trim it out. Like that. That's pretty cute. I like that. And then while that's drying, I don't want to stick that down just yet because it is still wet on the back and I don't want to glue it to my page entirely. Let's figure out what we want to decorate this with. Let's maybe kind of just cut around this and maybe do this occlusion. Maybe that'll look okay. And I'm kind of just going to wavy cut it. I'm not going to cut it straight or any specific thing. I think that would look alright. And then maybe we want to just put like a little bit of this text behind it, just to kind of give it some kind of base. No, that's not the right thing. Let's grab a piece of our paper. Let's do like a blue. Let's do this. Okay. So if we just cut it, and I don't want to glue it down yet because I'm not 100% sure that this is going to be it. But I'm holding it and kind of following my original kind of thing around it. That way we get a similar pattern and not super huge. I think that'll be okay. Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and glue this down first. So like that. And then we'll bring this back in and then we can glue this thing. Okay. And then the only other thing I kind of want to do is I kind of want to cover that, the tip of that with something. Yep, just a little piece of that. Just to kind of break up some of that color. And it doesn't do anything for the piece other than it just kind of looks more decorated. Doesn't give strength or stability or anything like that. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Alright, now we can just glue it into our page. This is dry enough now. Let's see. Now we just have to find the page that we were going to use. I think we're going to use this. So again, just gluing it on 3 sides. Or no, we're just gluing it on 2 sides. Like that. And then I'm just going to leave a little bit of room at the top because again, I like that border. Okay. And then once your journal is closed together for a while, that lace will flatten itself out. So just smush it like that. And then, let's see, what do we want to do with the rest of this page? Anything, or maybe we just want to kind of leave it. That's going to be a nice big tag. You know what? I'm going to go through and use Fabri-Tac because of that lace. And I knew I should have done it when I first glued it down, but I didn't. So just use some Fabri-Tac. And then just kind of push down for a minute because it's kind of lumpy bumpy. So I think we are just going to leave this for now because I want to make a nice big tag. And maybe we'll just want to do a little stenciling or stamping or something. Actually, I have these and they're all like swirls, but if you look at a lot of the space stuff, it's just a lot of like swirly things to like swirly like drawing kind of to show like the galaxy and stuff. So maybe let's just stamp a few of these around. Let's see what it looks like. I'm not trying to get so much of that edge. Okay, let's try. And if we don't like it, we can always cover it up eventually. I just randomly stamp around. Oops, that one didn't get stamped very well. We can stamp off the page a little bit. underneath the leaves. I mean, it's okay. Maybe we can come back through and do like the splotchy look. Actually, yes, let's do that. Let me grab my stuff. Alright, so if you've not seen me do this before, it's super fun and I love to do this. You just need cotton balls. One cotton ball for each color that you have. Unless, like, you know, you want to kind of mix your blues up or something like that. So I just have a whole bunch of cotton balls. I brought my brown. I brought my rainbow colored one because I figure we're going to use the blue, the green, a little bit of the orange, red, like a teal color, and a different color, kind of greenish blue, and our yellow. So what you want to start with is your lightest color. And let's put some paper underneath it where we don't kind of stamp out of it. And then I'll put some paper. Sorry if I jiggled the camera. I'll put a little bit of paper over here. I have to watch because it's not the full length of the book, but so you're just going to start with the lightest color that you're using, which for me is my yellow, and just dab some on your cotton ball. Now you want to use a cotton ball as opposed to like your ink dauber or something, because it gives more like a wispy kind of frayed look. I'm just going to move that. I'll just be mindful and not go too far over. And then kind of come up here in the corner a little bit. Okay. So just like however much you think you want, and you can go back over it and do some more. And then I want to do like the orangish red. And then for this one, I'm kind of just stamping on like kind of both together. Now this is really dark, so you want to be really light when you do it, unless you want like super bright red, which I kind of don't. Just kind of go around like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the blue-green. And the more you do of it and kind of get it all mixed together, the better the effect is. When you very first start, it's like, oh, I think I just messed my paper up. But you just have to keep filling in until you get it how you like it. And, you know, you might not like this look, and that's okay. But, you know, give it a try and see if you do like it. All right. So then go to our next color. I'm going to use this more like a teal kind of color. Like that, maybe. A little bit here. And then I'm going to come in with my brown. Do a little bit of brown. And I feel like even though my brown is new, it's starting to dry out already. Got it from Hobby Lobby. And of course, it was just one of the cheap ones, but I don't really know that I care for it very much. Now, the gold metallic one that I got, I love that one. But, no, the brown just isn't my favorite. So I'm going to have to get something different. Okay. So I think like that. And then all I'm going to do is just kind of go along the edge here to kind of ink up that edge. Okay. And then we got a little bit, now I have it all over my hands. We got a little bit on the other page, but that's okay because depending on, what we do, it'll be fine. But yeah, so I actually think, even though I didn't really like the stamping originally, now that we have done all the other, I actually really like that. So see, it goes from something that's kind of just like, to like, if you like this look, then it's kind of like, oh, this looks really good, and it turned out good. So yeah, so we did this page, and then we did, I'm going to end up getting ink all over now, and then we did this page. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That way you don't miss any of the videos that I upload in this series, or any of the challenge videos, or anything else that I'm working on. And until next time, guys, happy crafting. Bye.